Tonight, under a sky of glittering spotlights, the biggest little rock star in the world waited behind the curtain. His name was Benji. He was fluffy, off-white, a little scruffy around the ears, wearing a black faux leather jacket with silver studs, shiny zippers, and dark aviator sunglasses that made every puppy in the venue whisper, "There he is." Beyond the curtain, the crowd was already howling. Not people, not one human face in sight, just dogs. Chihuahuas bounced like popcorn. Golden retrievers waved glow sticks with their tails. Bulldogs filled the front row in bandanas. Poodles shimmered in sparkling collars. Dachshunds stretched across 3 seats. Huskies, beagles, corgis, boxers, terriers, Great Danes, every breed packed nose to nose, waiting for Benji's big concert night. Benji peeked through the curtain and gulped. This was not the garage, not a backyard jam. This was the grandest dog concert venue in the city, with paw print lights sweeping the stage and giant speakers shaped like bones. His guitar rested beside him, polished and ready, but Benji's paws felt wobbly. "What if I miss the first chord?" he whispered. Then a little squeaky toy rolled toward his paws. It was his lucky toy, the one he had chewed before every show since his first performance. Benji smiled. The announcer's voice boomed through the arena. "Give it up for the one, the only, Benji!" The curtain flew open. The stage exploded with golden light. Benji stepped forward, sunglasses flashing, jacket sparkling, fluffy fur glowing like the spotlight had been made for him. For 1 second, the whole dog audience went silent. Then Benji lifted one paw, struck the first chord, and the venue erupted. Howls became cheers. Tails thumped like drums. Paws stomped in rhythm. The bulldogs barked the beat, and the poodles spun in perfect circles. Benji forgot to be nervous. He slid across the stage, guitar ringing, ears flying, tongue out in a giant rock star grin. He jumped onto the center platform as smoke puffed around his paws, then leaned back and played a solo so bright it felt like chasing a tennis ball through lightning. The crowd went wild. A Dalmatian started a paw clap. A row of corgis joined in. Soon the whole arena was clapping, barking, and bouncing together. Benji pointed his guitar toward the balcony. "Let me hear you howl." The dogs howled so loudly the moon outside seemed to tremble. Benji laughed and played harder. Every song told a story, racing through open fields, finding the perfect sunny nap spot, losing a favorite squeaky toy, and discovering it under the couch 3 days later. Every dog understood. Halfway through the concert, the lights turned deep blue. Benji stood alone at the front of the stage. The crowd quieted, ears perked, eyes shining. He played a soft melody, sweet and gentle, the kind that made even the toughest mastiff sniffle. Benji sang about being small, being scruffy, and still dreaming big enough to fill an arena. He sang about wagging through fear. He sang about finding your bark when the world feels too loud. As his voice floated through the venue, the dogs raised their glow sticks high, turning the audience into a sea of tiny stars. Then Benji kicked the tempo back up. The drums thundered. Lights flashed red, gold, and purple. Confetti shaped like tiny paw prints blasted into the air. Benji ran down the runway, giving high paws to beagles, retrievers, spaniels, and one very excited pug who nearly fainted from joy. For the grand finale, Benji climbed onto the highest platform, guitar shining above his head. The music stopped. The crowd held its breath. Benji tilted his sunglasses down, looked out at thousands of wagging tails, and grinned. "This one's for every dog with a dream." He struck the final chord. Fireworks of sparkling golden light burst above the stage. The audience howled in one mighty chorus. The floor shook with paws. The bone-shaped speakers boomed. Benji spun once, landed perfectly, and lifted his guitar like a champion. The concert was over, but the celebration was not. Dogs barked his name again and again. "Benji! Benji! Benji!" He bowed low, fluffy ears falling forward, heart pounding with happiness. He had been nervous. He had almost doubted himself. But tonight, under the lights, surrounded by every kind of dog, Benji had become exactly who he was meant to be. A rocker, a dreamer, a little white superstar with a big, brave bark. As the final spotlight warmed his face, Benji looked out at the cheering dog crowd and knew one thing for sure. This was not the end of the show.